Hello there, back with a single malt review post-Christmas 2020, but we're still going on some festive whiskey-related shenanigans.
Yeah, and what could be more festive or post-Christmas than whiskey chocolate liqueurs? But I ask you out there, has the science ever been done to validate the integrity of said chocolate liqueurs? Because they are making great play and presumably paying great trademark fees to feature famous bottling names.
Yeah.
Singleton, Lagavulin even. Lagavulin, famously litigious about his name, will still grace this chocolate liqueur by Anthon Berg.
Anthon Berg, yes, there have been chocolate makers in Denmark by appointment of a Danish crown for nearly 140 years. It started off as pharmaceutical purveyors, moved into marzipan, then chocolate, and today liqueur chocolates.
All right. Well,
the classic malt range from, I believe it's Diageo.
It is Diageo, in fact.
Yeah. So we have 5 boutique single malt whiskies combined with strong dark chocolate, at least 50% cocoa, which is pretty much my hallmark for good dark chocolate.
So what we're going to do is, in sequence, consume these whiskey chocolates, and we are going to debate amongst ourselves whether they've got bugger all to do with their stated single malt, or whether it's all bollocks.
Yeah.
So we shall see. Because I'll freely admit I love a whiskey chocolate liqueur. I don't think they've got anything to do.
Whereas I have looked at the numbers on this one, and I know they've got much more alcohol per chocolate than your average liqueur chocolates. The alcohol content of your standard chocolate is about 1.5% ABV. It is legally impossible to get intoxicated on that quantity. Whereas these ones about double that, roughly 3% alcohol by volume on the caramel filling in these, which means a lot more alcohol, a lot more actual whiskey. Possibly as much as 7% whiskey in the filling on those. So we may be able to discern the whiskey which
here's the real test. If we can't tell the Lagavulin from the Singleton, then it's bollocks.
Yeah.
If we can, then maybe there's something to this. So we are going to start from the easy one, because surely, if we can tell nothing else, we can tell a peated from a non-peated.
Yes.
And so we're trying to eat the same one, are we?
Okay. Yeah, that's what we'll start at. Give the camera a brief view. We will start at stage left, which is your right. The Lagavulin will go from very peaty to very mild.
Easy one. Then we're going to make a series of faces and then discuss our findings.
Yes.
So, here it comes. I'm going to eat the blunt end, we'll say.
Fair enough.
So, Cockney style.
It'll be quite saucy in there, so
it's going to be pretty saucy, and the table might suffer, but hey, never mind. All of those adverse to say double dipping, this is about to get real. So just be ready. Just be ready. There's the viewer discretion there. Trigger warning. Mouth sharing. Anyway, it's alright. We know where we've been. What?
Alrighty.
Okay. Yes, I can detect peat.
Yes, a good dark chocolate, but yeah, it is a nice sharp, briny, peaty filling. I
don't know if I'm going to go that far, but yes, I can tell peat has happened. Peat has graced this. So that box, at least, is ticked.
Yeah.
All of those people that complain about the sound quality, if we were wearing lav mics here, this would be an episode of ASMR hell, because the amount of chocolate you would be suffering right now. So count your lucky stars. Yeah. Anyway, so Lagavulin, we'll say it doesn't taste like Lagavulin, but it was never going to taste like Lagavulin. No. So, but yes, there was a hit of peat there. Yeah. There was a hit of peat. It was discernible from the chocolate and syrupy nonsense. So maybe there's something to it. Maybe there's something to it. I don't know.
I'm convinced that the label, in fact, is telling the truth. There is some traces of Lagavulin 16-year-old in there. I don't believe if they're actually lying about this, that would be actionable falsehood, and I trust them to be true. But there is actual.
There's more than traces of the label, because this is the actual label.
So sure, this is in collaboration with Diageo for the classic malts range. This is the real deal.
Okay, so this is Talisker. Can we determine a difference? Because Lagavulin and Talisker Both peated, but pretty jolly different.
I've tried a lot more Talisker than I have Lagavulin, so I'm confident in my ability to actually discern those unique characters here.
I mean, staying scientific here, Talisker, compared to Lagavulin, not as sherry influenced, quite dry. Well, quite dry, you know. A bit more sharp, a bit more spiky, a bit more chili pepper, hotter, drier, Whereas Lagavulin a bit more, very, very peaty still, but sweeter, more sherry influenced. So we're going to look for a different peat on this one.
Yes.
So here comes Syracuse, the dribbly exercise. Oh. This is fine. This is, there's no problems here.
Yep, there we go.
Okay.
Less peat, more nuance, I think.
I'm going to say this tastes, that tastes way less like Talisker than the other one did of Lagavulin.
Well, the Talisker 10 was the last Talisker I tried, so I think that is pretty on par. That is doing its thing.
This, I'm a bit less sold on this one. There was a brief flash of peat, but I feel the sweetness came in a lot faster on this one.
To be fair, I guess the filling is mostly sugar, and the chocolate itself has a decent sugar content. 50% cocoa is generous for dark chocolate. That's getting out there for dark chocolate.
Well, I mean, we have to do our best to just ignore the chocolate, because the chocolate's just the housing, you know. This is just like if we were just eating the whiskey bottle, we'd have to ignore the glass, you know. You've got to purge it from your mind. Yeah, I don't know. Woof. Okay.
Oh, we're moving on to Oban 14. Yeah. Again, the last Oban I tried was the 14. I am sadly out of touch on a lot of the classic ones. It's been a number of years.
That's all about the only Oban out there.
Oh, okay,
they really only make one, and it does not typically turn up in independent bottlings. So, what you see is what you got when it comes to Oban.
All right.
Oh. Right. So Dave's going to do the first slobbery dip on this one.
Oh.
And I'm going to get the delicious seconds. Okay. What I'm now doing is separating the chocolate from the fluid. And this is the most disgusting episode I've ever produced. Okay. Well, there's no peat. We can say that much. The chocolate is now melting, so I'm losing the differentiation. But
well, the fact that it's distinct from the Talisker and Lagavulin means there is a point of difference there.
I will give them that at least there was a difference between you could tell the peated from the unpeated. Whether we can tell the unpeated from the different unpeated, that's going to be the test. And my hopes are not astronomically high, but we will see. We will see. There's nice chocolate though. Yeah. There's a real trap with the cheaper versions of these. You get these like warehouse bloody stepped on ass chocolate that's just...
These are from a reputable chocolatier from a major chocolate producing nation in Europe, in collaboration with a producer of consistently good single malt whiskies. So we're getting good chocolate liqueurs even every time. Now, Dalwhinnie. I have very fond memories of Dalwhinnie 15.
Dalwhinnie is a lovely, gentle Highland malt.
Very sweet with a little bit of smoke, which I like a lot.
I don't think we're going to taste the smoke here. I think that nuance is going to be lost on this particular one.
It's pretty subtle. It'll be easy to lost on. I have some main characters happening here.
There we go. You know, it's a wee bit different.
It is quite sweet. It is quite honeyed. It is.
It doesn't
hint
taste
of
a lot
flowers and beeswax.
It doesn't taste a lot like Dalwhinnie, but it is different.
There are hints of Dalwhinnie there compared to the Oban, Talisker, and Lagavulin to date. So, so far we're definitely trending sweetwoods.
It is definitely sweeter. I'll follow you that far.
It is doing what it says on the tin, by and large.
Okay, the last one is Singleton, which is Dufton, which is the most... Like, even if this was just a glass of whiskey, the Singleton of Dufton is the most... Like, Dufton is a pretty generic malt, and Singleton is the most generic version of Dufton.
I do believe that Singleton I've only ever tried in our advent calendars in the years past. I've never had a Singleton bottled in its own right.
Well, Singleton is a weird trap because they do Singleton and sometimes it's Cartu and sometimes it's yada yada. So you've got to read the fine print. Singleton is more of like a brand, but it's classically Dufton.
It says in theory the 12-year-old Singleton has gone into here, so it's the most delicate, least peated of the entire range.
Oh, let's see what it has for us. Oh, here it comes, here it comes. Whoa.
As far as I can tell, it's a liqueur chocolate. It is a dark chocolate with a nice,
That one
rich
tasted
liqueur finish.
That one tasted more like whiskey than I think any of the other ones, for whatever reason. Like it was stronger somehow. Okay, so in summary,
Yeah.
liqueur chocolates are not whiskey,
No.
despite what it may say on the carefully manicured labels. I think
They do contain whiskey, but not in abundance. They're not meant to be a connoisseur's tasting palette for whiskey connoisseurs, obviously. I picked this up at a local supermarket because it seemed fun. They contain the actual whiskey on the label from a good, well-known European chocolatier.
I think fun is the optimal word here.
Oh yeah.
If you're looking for a fun festive exercise, go for it. If you're looking for a empirical something that's one-to-one, I can certainly believe that at some point in these things' lineage, something was tipped into these that bore the name Lagavulin or Talisker or something like that. Once you've applied as much sugar syrup and chocolate and whatever else these things require to even stabilise in the chocolate, then fun, certainly fun. Has there been a better way to share spit on Christmas? No. Easily the most family-friendly way of doing that. So yeah, it's good fun. For the whiskey connoisseurs out there, maybe not, but a good excuse to eat chocolate either way.
Yes.
So there you go. We'll give them a passing mark because we could tell the difference between the peated and the unpeated.
Yes.
I think that was what I was going to really judge them
Anthon Berg
against.
have done a good, fun exercise of whiskey plus dark chocolate combined.
If we could not have discerned the difference between Singleton and Lagavulin, they would have been really messing up, and we could. So there you go.
It is leaps and bounds ahead of your standard liqueur chocolates for your usual Christmas fare. This is just a good way to enjoy both on a budget. It's fun, it's festive. Why not?
All right, there you go. I hope you're either eating or hiding from one's partner the gross quantity of chocolates that you've received over the festive period. May they remain hidden in wherever you've put them for many months. Typically mine do not, but never mind, there's always next year. So anyway, Slanjo, hope you're all keeping well. Keep those turkey pies leftovers coming along. You're going to be doing something with those things. And we will be back very, very shortly, which is probably the new year.
Oh yeah, 2021.
2021, God.
After 5 years of 2020.
Yeah, 2020 was a bit of a have, but 2021.
Yep, let's have a do-over. Start
I don't know.
fresh.
What if it's worse? Anyway.
See you then.